Hey everybody, welcome to Season 4, or number 4 versus GMT8. I guess that's probably for their time zone. I'm bringing in Corvus, Sentry, and Vision. This is one of my favorite attack teams for this season, especially if I have an Iron Man Infinity War on my lane. It's so fun because every fight feels important. With Sentry, you want to be building up your poise charges. Now, based on the last war, I know that a 565 Corvus is good for maybe a boss kill, but I'm not sure the 455 is as good, and I actually want to give Sentry a go at some point. So building up his persistent charges, I think I said poise before, his persistent charges is important, and he hits really weak when he only has one charge. So you really gotta get these fights in, and you gotta get them in clean. And so I don't know, I just enjoy it. It gives me something to look forward to on a diversity node like this, where I'm fighting somebody who is actually quite easy. Superior Iron Man is usually not going to be causing anybody any trouble unless you make a big mistake, so it's just kind of fun to give some weight to the fight. It's like, okay, I gotta get in, I gotta get my charge. It's going to take longer than normal because I'm hitting weaker because I only have one persistent charge, and if I can drag it out to over 40 hits, I'll actually pick up 2 recharges. So that's great. If someone puts like a 6-star, kingpin on this node, it'll be a really long fight for me, but I can potentially come out of it with 3 charges, and my next fight I'll go into, I'll have 4 charges, which is really good. So great. Lots of fun. Anyway, so diversity node down. Moving on to node number 9. It's a cosmic champion, so these are diversity nodes. There's nothing very obvious about who's going to be on there. I saw the persistent charges. I thought it was going to be Corvus Glaive, to be honest. Turns out that this particular cosmic champion is a Heimdall. So that was kind of cool. Heimdall, I remember from the event quest, does have a True Strike on his True Strike that cannot be dexterity'd on his special 2, so that's the reason why they put him here, because it has an unblockable special 2. All I had to do to fix that is not push him to a special 2. And special 1's one of the easiest to evade in the game. Super slow animation, pretty cool. I like it's well animated, but it is pretty slow. So I'm just here, I'm like, okay, you know what, I'll just parry this guy until he throws it. He throws it really quick. I block the whole thing because it gives me free power, and I have perfect block stance. I got some good RNG, and now pretty big heavy attacks are coming out now. I dexterity'd out of that instinctively, but I meant to block it. And the next heavy kills him, so it wasn't a big deal. Moving on to node 15, this is the enhanced poison node, Plagued Mind, Mystic Ward. If they ever put out a 5-star abomination, this might be a tricky node. Maybe some more poison champions. I'm not sure who else does poison. I say on my tips there, watch out for Scarlet Witch, OG, Ultron, and Abomination. Those are the 3 that come to mind, but I don't know if there's any others. I know Dr. Voodoo can poison. It's only if you get hit, though. There's nothing automatic about it. Maybe it's time to add some new poison champions in. That'd be kind of cool. So anyway, this abomination is a 4-star, 550, probably Sig 99, but it doesn't matter. I'm bringing in OG Vision because he's completely immune. I think I have, at this point, I may have half suicides on, and that's why you might not be seeing me use specials. I think I have, hard to say. I might have suicides on. I should be able to tell from my PI on that vision, but I can't because I'm a noob. I don't know. I throw the special 3, and I power drain him, and then I push him to the special 1 there. Just time to bait this. I really don't like baiting his special 2, but I will if I have to. Didn't have to. Got to the last few hits there, took him down. And then moving on to node 33 is I've seen a lot of rogues here. Definitely, we'll see rogue. I think next war as well. But this one is not. It's not a rogue because it's a 6-star mutant. So I was wondering, it's probably because of the Plagued Mind and the Limber. It's probably the Deadpool, and I thought so. But I get clipped here just from dexterity using dexterity too quickly. He really tagged me there, and then I get caught again. I'm just like, oh god, man, this is not going well for Corvus. But because this champion is so easy to fight, all I have to do is just recover and get back in it. So I'm trying to heal a little bit using the Special Lock 1, but Plagued Mind does get me a little bit. So there's that. And I'm just trying to do some damage through the block because it looks like the 6-star has a lot of health, and it's going to be pretty close with the glaive charges, I think. So I'm doing that. I'm doing the medium, light, medium. It's a little bit more efficient damage-wise. Damage per glaive charge. Trying to heal just a little bit more, but the Plague Mind gets me again. So maybe, well, I didn't want to be using the specials because of recoil. So I got him with the last glaive charge, which is kind of nice. And we move on to where it starts to get fun. So this was a Mystic champion, and even if this was like a 455, we'll see. It was unduped, so I knew it wasn't going to be too bad. I was just trying to say, like, who... Basically, I decided well into the beginning, before I even chose my team, that this fight would be handled by Sentry. So that means no power gain by Sentry. I'm just going to go in and brawl it out. So it was it's not very fun with Sentry, but if you do land the heavy stance, it's actually quite an easy fight. So I was kind of hoping for that. So 20 hits in, I'm really hoping for that 60% chance to proc. I cannot remember if it does or not. So and to be honest, excuse me, almost yawned. I don't know if that passive debuff counts as a debuff for Sentry's signature ability. I definitely noticed that last time, or recently, and I think maybe it was last war, where there was a rogue fight and I got hit by her special 1, and it did not proc his signature ability. So I think that's a bug. I'll be sending that into Kabam. I take Sentry bugs pretty personally just because of how much I use him. So I didn't get the heavy stance, so it's basically just a slugfest. But look, you can see how easy this Mephisto is. Sentry doesn't proc a lot of buffs, and I think we are out of the... Yeah, we are... Let me just check real quick after I see this next hit. Yeah, we are into the Mystic Dispersion changes, so now dexterity, dexing away from these champions is not going to be a big deal. Mystics have sort of taken a hit defensive-wise, and then with all the counters, and I have class advantage, and I'm a 565, this is just, it's a slow and steady race, and I make it out, no problem. So now it's the node we've all been waiting for. It's always the Infinity War Iron Man if it's a tech champion on this node. They're going to have to try and throw some ambushes, but I just don't know who. So if I see a tech on here, I'm bringing Corvus no matter what. I can't think of any other tech that would, that would do well here. If, say, I go in thinking it's going to be Iron Man, and it turns out it's it's a Dr. Octopus. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm going to clean him up. Whoa, it's a Red Skull. Even worse, I think. You'll probably kill the Red Skull even faster. It's just hard. I don't know who else you could put here to really throw Corvus off. He's very good at this node. So anyway, here we go. This one doesn't go as smooth as it could have gone, but you'll see here that it goes just as well as it needs to go. So I do get tagged by the first special 1, which is actually funny because it knocked the bleeds off, which is bad because that means I don't get the willpower. And I decide I'm not going to be falling for that special 1 again during this fight. Just get the armor break on, do some medium, light, mediums, take it easy, bait the special 1, dodge the special 1. I don't even have to bait the special 1. He's so trigger happy with it. Get this parry off, bait the heavy, go in for some smashing. Don't want to do anything when he has the armor up, but look at that with the armor break and the special 1. It's enough to take him out, and we get to move on with our lives. The immunity mini-boss is becoming my favorite fight of this path. I used to like the Spite node, but Corvus is just too good for it. So we're moving on to 565 Domino. And I think last war when I was commenting, I said that was going to be my last war using Corvus boosts. I lied. This one is the last war. I can promise you that, not the last war, but I mean at least for a couple wars, just because I don't have the boost. The cosmic power boost hasn't come back into the store in a while. I have some advanced power boosts, but I don't have cosmic power boosts. So I can't be using him probably for the mini bosses, but I could use him for maybe an Iron Man if he was on Spite node. So yeah, it's kind of a thing with the boosts here. He really does need them to take on 565s. This Domino is pretty tricky, but with the power boost, I'm able to get multiple specials in a row. So that's kind of the game plan here. So I start with 1 bar power. That's great. I do medium, light, medium. I'm hitting very, very hard. I have 3 persistent charges. So every crit is like 61, 24. Oh my god, that's so much damage. 12, 22, 24, 36. That's, I don't know, north of 50,000 damage there. And she has like 180 something, so it was a good chunk of power. I didn't want to hit her while she was lucky because she could evade. That would have been really bad, although I could have maybe grabbed the 4th persistent charge, which is kind of interesting. So I wanted to bait her special too, but I didn't get it. I'm just here evading and trying to bait it. I do know that at this point I know that I can push her to 3 bars, so I do that, and it turns out that didn't need to. She ended up dying. So there goes the Domino. I learned recently, I think, that the assassin kicks in calculating the hit that's going to push them. So that's why I think I did more damage based on the last hit of a special 2. I don't know. I think Cam and I talked about that on one of our talks. Anyway, we lost to these guys, the GMT8. I went 7-0. That was pretty good. So I got another mini boss kill, go up to 4-2. There's a stain on my record with those sloppy boss deaths last war, but they were fun. It was good to experiment. I really appreciate the officers in Savage Squad letting people like me take a swing at the boss when it looks like we can't mess it up for the team. So it's really fun to be in an alliance like this, and you'll see definitely next war more Hood. I bring Hood in. Corvus doesn't even make a showing next war, so I just have such a great time with Hood next war on node 55 it is, I believe. So you'll see how that goes when it happens. But other than that, we've got yesterday. What did I do? Yesterday the podcast, today the war, tomorrow probably a crystal opening, and then another war, and then the arena grind starts. So hope you guys will visit during the arena grind. I'm going to be live streaming Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, and maybe Sunday morning. Probably just those 3, Thursday, Friday, Saturday though, at nights, and they're going to be at least probably 4-hour streams each one. So we're going to do a lot of grinding. And hopefully we're going to grab this Emma Frost. We're going to do everything we can. So, and then she'll go on defense for a little bit, and then the videos will start coming out a couple weeks after that. So anyway, guys, take care.